the very banks, the very elite families that play different factions off against whole nations and whole peoples, they are in control of this country now. They funded Mao to kill over 60 million. David Rockefeller wrote an op-ed piece for the New York Times bragging about it and how much he loved Mao. They brag about how they funded Hitler. They brag about how they funded eugenics. They brag about how they funded Lenin and Stalin, who killed tens of millions, giant sports stadiums, hundreds and hundreds of sports stadiums filled with hundreds of thousands of people per stadiums. Think of that equivalent. That's a lot more evil than somebody in a movie going, I'm afraid the commissioner's going to be killed. All this crap. Real evil's all around you, and it's in fine suits with perfectly cut hair, with people trained at Ivy League schools how to lie to you and how to use programming and how to control you. It's time to wake up and get involved and stop letting them laugh at you. Stop letting them sit there and sneer. Oh, the police in black uniforms and the cameras and the CPS in England and Texas and other major countries and states openly saying they're going to put cameras in new parents' homes, guilty until proven innocent. And Homeland Security and Northcom and the military are now for the American people. And the DHS reports say it's no longer for Al-Qaeda, which is openly run by the New World Order. And those jokers, they're laughing all the way to the bank on that. Even as the FBI and deciphers, the code breakers come out like Sybil Evans and tell you it's all staged and tell you bin Laden worked for the United States government right up to 9/11. Or the government ran drills of flying hijacked jets in the World Trade Center and Pentagon on the morning of 9/11 to confuse NORAD as decoys. Or how the British government ran drills of bombing the exact same bus and trains at the exact same time, exact same location on 7/7. That's the Joker laughing at you in your face. Let me tell you what the Joker is, laughing at all of you slaves out there. It's when Rupert Murdoch and the X-Files with the Lone Gunman spinoff 6 months before 9/11 puts out an episode where the government hijacks a jet by remote control, uses a NORAD drill to make NORAD stand down, and is going to blame it on Afghanistan to start a new war on terror. And they put that on TV. And then I even talked to Dean Haglund, who was in the show, and he said the CIA came to them and planted that story on them and said they wanted that in a made-for-TV show. Now, you tell me if that isn't a joke. There's nothing you people won't take. There's no amount of abuse that you don't love. There's no amount of slavery that you won't take. I remember Hillary Clinton a decade ago was asked on television what her favorite book was, and she said 1984. And you know why she said 1984? Because that's what they're planning to do to you. Aldous Huxley wrote Brave New World in 1933 about a THX 1138 drugged nightmare with shaved heads and CPS raising all the kids in dormitories. He came out in 62 and he said, this was actually our plan. My brother runs the UN UNESCO. We're really going to do this to you early in the next century. It's all real. They all brag. It's so funny to them what they're doing to you. They enjoy it. They like it. And they like hearing about how they're doing it. So like I said, let's go to every town hall meeting they're having and tell them that we don't want their carbon tax. And you talk about jokers. They're telling you what plants breathe. What is the life-giving gas of this planet? Carbon dioxide is listed as a toxic waste like acid. Not even the Joker could come up with something that asinine to feed the slaves, but the public takes it. They love it. They enjoy it. And it goes on and on. The more outrageous Congressman John Conyers comes out and says it's bad to read the bills. Written by foreign lobbyists stealing everything you've got. And they come out and lie to you and say that the health care bill doesn't take over health care and won't run your life, and you buy that. There's nothing you people won't buy. There's nothing you won't give into. There's nothing you don't love. And I was talking to a radio host the other day, a TV host named Max Kaiser. And you know what he told me? He made a good point. And the point's been made many times by many other people in history. Thomas Jefferson, that terrorist to the jokers. That all that evil men and tyrants need to flourish is the good men and women do nothing. Or as Einstein put it, the most evil people in the world are there, but they're not the real danger. The danger is the people that will do nothing. There's always going to be evil, corrupt, slick-talking, New World Order trash and control freaks. And the reason they've taken over our world is because we became lazy and decadent and soft and got in the position of deciding that accepting corruption was okay when it's not. When it's not okay, unless you want to get hurt real bad, unless you want to be absolutely dominated and enslaved. It is time for all of you to decide what you're going to do. There's three kinds of people in this world. There's people that know about the evil and decide to fight it. There's people who know about the evil and decide to join it. And there's the people that don't know about the evil, and they're the vast majority, and they're completely stupid and mindless and idiotic, and they're used by the wicked small minority to dominate and go after the evil's main enemy, and that is the awake good people. And if you could only understand the mind of the enemy, the mind of the elite, all the horrible things they do to you. You know, I didn't realize the elite's a joke till years ago. I'd never really even seen the first Batman. And they've got one of the characters in it